Hey everyone, Nathan here and welcome to Tech Talk Central.
And I'm Sarah.
Today we're doing a deep dive into a comparison we know a lot of you have been asking about.
That's right. It's the Sony Alpha 7C II versus the Canon EOS R8.
Yep, both are really making noise as entry-level full-frame mirrorless cameras.
And we're here to unpack the key differences, help you figure out which one might actually be the better fit for you.
Exactly. Our mission today isn't just like reading off a spec sheet.
No way. We want to give you a real feel for what each camera offers, especially if you're maybe thinking about stepping up to full frame.
Right, without, breaking the bank or feeling totally overwhelmed by the tech.
We'll be pulling directly from user reviews, product details, really get you those real-world insights.
Okay, let's kick things off. Overall positioning. They're both aimed at that entry-level full-frame crowd, right?
Yeah, but they come at it a bit differently. The Canon R8, especially that content creator kit we looked at.
Which is around, what, $8,899?
Yeah.
Exactly. And it's explicitly targeting creators. You get the lens, the tripod, even a stereo mic bundled in.
So it's pretty much ready to go for video.
Then you have the Sony Alpha 7C II.
Yeah.
Body only. It's priced higher, closer to $2,198.
Which suggests Sony's emphasizing maybe different things, like its compact size and those internal specs.
Seems like it. They're really highlighting the power packed into that small body.
Okay, let's talk image quality then. Canon R8, it's got a 24.2 megapixel full-frame sensor, DIGI-X processor.
And users seem really happy with it. Reports mention stunning clarity, good detail, and really solid low-light performance.
Plus those in-camera compositing features, like moving subject HDR. That's pretty neat.
It is. Now, the Sony 7C II, it boasts a higher resolution 33 megapixels, full-frame XMOR-R sensor.
And that Bionic Z XR processor, which they say is like 8 times more powerful than the previous one?
Yeah, promising high-speed readout, high-sensitivity ISO up to 500, 1200 standard low noise, and importantly, accurate color.
And selectable RAW sizes, too. That's handy for workflow.
Definitely gives you options.
What about autofocus? This is always a big one.
Huge. So the Canon R8 uses their dual-pixel CMOS AF2, covers almost the whole sensor area, over 1,000 AF zones.
Wow.
And it uses deep learning for subject detection, people, animals, even horses and birds, plus vehicles like planes and trains.
And users seem impressed.
Oh yeah. People praise the focusing and tracking, even when using older adapted EF lenses. It seems to work really well.
Okay. And the Sony, the 7C.
It features a dedicated AI processor. That's kind of its headline feature for AF, advanced subject recognition, real-time tracking.
And how many points does it have?
759 phase detection points. It also really excels in eye tracking, humans and animals. Users say it's super fast and accurate.
So different approaches, AI versus deep learning maybe, but both sound top tier for autofocus.
Pretty much. Fast and reliable seems to be the consensus for both.
Let's switch gears to video. Both seem pretty capable here.
They really are, especially for this category. The Canon R8 can do 6K oversampled 4K video up to 60 frames per second, uncropped.
That oversampling usually means sharper footage, right?
Typically, yes. And it can do full HD up to 180fps for slow-mo. Plus, importantly, it records beyond 30 minutes.
Good for longer takes. And it has HDR-PQ and Canon Log 3.
Yep, for more flexibility in color grading. And those modern features like vertical movie mode and aspect markers for social media.
Okay, Sony's turn. The 7C II.
Also outstanding 4K up to 60p, importantly with full pixel readout and no pixel binning.
Avoiding pixel binning is definitely a plus for quality.
Right. It also includes S-Syn tone for that cinematic look straight out of camera and internal 10-bit 4.2.2 recording.
Which is great for grading. Does it have recording limits?
It boasts unlimited recording time, but worth noting, some users mentioned potential overheating on really long 4K takes. Something to keep in mind.
Good point. Okay, size and handling. This is where the Sony C-series usually shines, isn't it?
It is, but the Canon R8 is actually described as the lightest full-frame Canon EOS camera. Under a pound, body only.
That's pretty light.
Very portable. Though some users with larger hands mentioned getting an extra grip plate for comfort.
And the Sony 7C II.
It really emphasizes being incredibly compact and lightweight. That's like its whole identity almost.
Users mention carrying it everywhere.
Constantly. Fits in pockets, small bags. If portability is your absolute top priority, it's a strong contender.
Now, image stabilization. This feels like a key difference.
It really is. The Canon R8 has Movie Digital IS, so electronic stabilization for video.
Which works okay, but it's not IBIS.
Exactly. No in-body stabilization for stills. You rely on the lens. And some users definitely noted that as a drawback.
Whereas the Sony 7C II.
It has advanced optical 5-axis IBIS, Sony claims up to 7 stops of compensation for stills.
7 stops. That's huge for handheld shooting, especially in low light.
A massive advantage there for the Sony Alpha.
Okay, speed. Shooting speed.
Canon R8 goes up to a blistering 40 frames per second with the electronic shutter. Silent shooting.
40. Wow. And mechanical.
Up to 12 fps with mechanical or electronic first curtain. So really fast if you need it for action.
In the Sony.
Offers up to 10 frames per second continuous shooting. Still respectable, definitely usable.
But noticeably slower than the Canon's top electronic speed.
For sure. Depends if you need that absolute peak burst rate.
Practical stuff now. Battery life. What's the word on the street?
User reviews for the Canon R8 often mention battery life is a bit of a concern. Many recommend grabbing spares.
Okay, good to know. And the Sony.
The 7C Tai's battery life is generally seen as pretty decent. Some users report like 2 or 3 days of typical photo shooting per charge.
So potentially better longevity there, depending on how you shoot.
Seems that way, yeah. Could be a convenience factor.
All right, any other features worth highlighting? Let's wrap up the details.
Okay, Canon R8, very angle touchscreen LCD, decent electronic viewfinder, UVC live streaming support built in, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth.
And that creator kit adds the mic and the tripod grip with a remote.
Right, making it a more complete video package out of the box.
And the Sony 7C too.
Also has a 3-inch articulating touchscreen, EVF, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, known for really accurate exposure and color, especially skin tones. Plus those creative look presets for in-camera styles. One potential downside some mention, single SD card slot.
Ah, yeah. Some pros prefer dual slots for backup or overflow.
Exactly.
Okay, so let's try and bring this all together. What does this mean for someone trying to choose?
Well, both are really compelling ways into full frame, no doubt.
The Canon R8 seems to stand out with that content creator kit value, that incredible burst shooting speed, and the great AF system.
Yeah.
And the price is a bit lower.
Yeah, if you're jumping straight into video creation or need that top speed, it's a very strong contender.
But then the Sony Alpha 7C II, it fights back with the higher resolution sensor, that crucial in-body image stabilization.
Which helps stills and video.
Right, and that incredibly compact form factor. It's like they packed flagship features into this tiny body.
So the choice really boils down to your specific needs, doesn't it?
I think so. If you want that ready-to-go video kit and maybe prioritize speed, lean towards the Canon R8, maybe?
Could be. But if ultimate portability and having IBIS are more important for your mix of photos and video, and you don't mind spending a bit more,
then the Sony Alpha 7C II is definitely worth that serious consideration.
absolutely. Different strengths for potentially different users.
Definitely. So if you want to check out the latest prices or find deals on either of these,
Be sure to check out the links we put in the description below.
and hey, if this deep dive helped you out on your camera journey, we'd love it if you'd subscribe to the channel.
That's Tech Talk Central. We do lots more in-depth tech comparisons and insights like this one.
Thanks for tuning in.